Let's move on if we can. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes signed the largest contract in sports history, a 10-year deal worth up to $503 million, $500 million. All right, so let's bring in the man who negotiated that deal, Leigh Steinberg, CEO and founder of Steinberg Sports and Entertainment. Leigh, it's eye-watering. How did you do it in a league that has a salary cap? Go through the process with me.
Well, basically, most of the negotiation was done by Chris Cabot from our office, and it was done by Brett Veach. Basically, you have this superb player, and he has, in 2 seasons, eclipsed any kind of natural curve. So what's stunning is how fast his trajectory has been. First year, he's MVP of the whole league. Second year, he's MVP of the Super Bowl. And so it's a contract to give stability and to lock him in and have everyone in Kansas City focused on one thing, which is winning the Super Bowl.
I'm always interested, and I know our viewers are wondering, is that 10% that you get of $503 million?
You ought to be my agent. No, it's actually 3%. And
3%? All right.
The players' associations in each sport mandate maximum fees. So in baseball, it's 5%. In the NBA, it's 4%. And in football, it's 3% as the money goes to the player.
I see. So that's about $15 million. Still nothing to sneeze at, as they say, Leigh. But I want to move on. The NFL and Players Union finally agreed on some health protocols for training camp, but there is some serious doubts about preseason games. Do you think they'll play, Leigh?
None of us really know where we'll be a month from now in terms of health. And so the first key is obviously safety. But the thought has been that it might be possible, it looks discouraging in this current spike of cases, but it might be possible to take the temperature of fans coming into the stadium, have them wear masks, socially distance in respect to how they're seated, and perhaps not have 70,000 fans, but you could have less. This is a brave new world. We've never encountered this in the history of American sports. And so innovation in terms of how the testing occurs, taking players out of a unit and isolating them, it's really going to be an experiment in how to safely bring back sports. The sports public is starved for that content and programming. We don't really know what performance would be like with no fans in the stands for the first Sports Open.
Yeah, it's interesting. The EPL, the English Soccer League, they did a survey of the players. They're now playing in front of empty stadiums. Some players actually liked it because they didn't feel under pressure from the fans, but the vast majority said it just takes out the excitement and the energy from the game. Anyway, last one for you, Leigh. Red Sox pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez tested positive for coronavirus. Meanwhile, other baseball teams can't even get their test results. This is in baseball. I mean, these are the kind of issues that we could face with every sport. And if you get the virus kind of running through a team, they may not be able to play. Then the schedule gets thrown out. I mean, I know you've kind of addressed this, but this is very, very tentative and very easily knocked off the rails. In other words, this is very much touch and go.
Well, we saw a soccer team, for example, FC Dallas, have so many players that were suffering that they decided not to do the season. So we're going to have to experiment along as we go, and this is all new modalities, so it takes creative thinking and flexibility.
You know, we saw it started with Patrick Mahomes. We should end with him. He seems like such a centered guy. He's incredibly talented. There are those that say not only could he become an NFL icon, a sporting icon, but he could become a cultural icon, and he just seems to have the right mental ability to handle that kind of pressure. Would you agree?
I would. He has a tremendous heart and sense of empathy for other people, a really active charitable foundation, and we don't detect any change in him and how he handles himself in victory or defeat. And you've got a good job done by the parents in raising a very grounded, centered young man who cares a lot about others.
He does indeed, and he's also very rich, and that's always nice as well. Well done to him. Well done to you, Leigh Steinberg. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.